You take the time, you share a smile. Bridgewater, you're my town, the heart in Nova Scotia. What more can we ask? You've got it all, you're standing tall. We're staying with you.
Oh, Joe.
Excuse me, sir, could you tell me where the garbage is? Did you get me, Joe? Did you get a good shot?
I'm not in the camera view.
With me now is Terry Ennis of Irving Oil. And Terry, maybe you've got a new product here you'd like to explain to us.
Yeah, this right here is our new forced warm air furnace, along with the sidewall venting system. With the sidewall venting system, there's no chimney required whatsoever. The forced warm air system that we have here has a new high-efficiency burner on it. You can save yourself up to about 20-25% on your heating costs right now.
This seems kind of unique. No chimney required in this, you said? It just shoots right out through the sidewall?
So Yeah, it's really good for anybody building a new home or a new chimney costs about, you know, $2,000. We can install one of these systems for around $300. And this has all been CSA approved, and it's working out very well for us.
Okay, at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show here in Bridgewater, this is Joe Mailman, and we'll be back in just one moment. With me now is Randy Loveson, and Randy, you have a unique product here today.
I sure do. This is a FinGuard automatic chimney fire extinguishing system, where if you ever have a chimney fire, it automatically extinguishes the fire with no mess to your home, no mess to clean up afterwards, no damage to your flue or your liner, and at the same time sounding an alarm should you be fast asleep when the system went off.
Okay, maybe you could just explain this unit to us a little bit.
Okay, what we have in the canister is a stainless steel canister. It contains 2 gallons of clean water. Now, it's under very high pressure, 100 pounds per square inch. And when it comes out of a special nozzle that we have here into your chimney, it comes out in a very fine vapor. And in a flue fire situation, it's instant steam. And that's what's going in your chimney, steam. And it's no shock to your system. It slowly cools down your chimney, and everything goes out as smoke or steam at the top of your chimney. It's all automatically activated, and an alarm system is hooked up here via wires, and it can be adaptable to any flue situation, masonry or metal.
Okay, and I guess maybe with a lot more people burning wood today, this would definitely be a necessity in the home.
Most certainly. Also, with the increase of electricity, we just had a new increase, so more and more people will be going to burning wood, and this is looked upon very gracefully by the fire departments. They stand behind it. Insurance companies are looking at it very favorably and offering a reduction if you're being surcharged to your insurance. So it is something that is going to be more and more used by more people as they burn wood.
Okay, give Randy a call. He's at 31 Scotia Street here in Bridgewater, and discuss the new fire or the chimney fire out system with Randy. And at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show, this is Joe Mailman. Okay, you just saw a sample of a jacuzzi, and I'm with George Bolivar, and he's with South Shore Pools and Spas that is located in the Water Store on the far end of North Street here in Bridgewater. George, maybe you could just take a minute and explain to us what size this is and where it goes and all that.
Well, this basically is what you call the Cadillac of the spa. It's 86 inches by 76 inches. Approximately 30 inches high, designed to go through a standard ordinary doorway by tipping it on its side.
Right.
It holds approximately 400 gallons of water, and It's ideal for people with arthritis, rheumatism, bad backs, bad knees, and it has tremendous therapeutic values.
One of the things that I heard some of the people, or some of the questions here now, this particular spa, the water remains in it, does it?
Water remains in it basically the same as a swimming pool. Ideally, the water should be kept at whatever temperature feels comfortable, kept at that temperature at all times, and then whenever you feel you want to use the spa, it's ready to slip in and use it. Ideally, you keep the cover on it when not in use. That prevents evaporation of water, loss of heat, loss of chemicals, and the spa shell itself has an insulated R factor, which helps to retain heat as well.
Well, with the water remaining in it, then obviously there's quite a good filtration system that's in underneath or somewhere else.
It's a completely self-contained unit. It has its pump, it has motor, it has electric heater, it has 2 cartridge filters, so it's a self-contained unit. It requires no plumbing. All you require is a 110 electrical outlet to plug it into, and actually can be filled with a garden hose and drained in the same manner.
Okay, so drop into Scotia Pools and Spas. George will tell you all you need to know about this thing. We'll give her a wind up here just to show you what it looks like here going out. We get it on high speed there, and now we're going to throw the blower on, and you know that that's going to feel good. Drop into Scotia Pools and Spas on North Street here in Bridgewater at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show. This is Joe Mailman going to take a dip. I know.
Something there, make something there. So we got 1 fish. That one, I've got 112, 12 and a half inches. It was buddy of Matt's friend back to Porcupine Lake here.
We sit sideways. We don't have to be long.
Hi, we're at Thomas Cabinets and Windows, and I'm standing behind a beautiful patio door. Look at that solid glass, and we're going to slide the door open. Come through, we're going to talk to Todd Armberg. Todd's standing over here by the, I think the item that probably has attracted the most attention here at the Home and Trade Show, the beautiful teddy bears. Todd, why are these teddy bears in Thomas Cabinets and Windows?
Well, my one supplier, Bonneville Windows and Doors, he uses the teddy bear as a symbol with advertising and things like that on all his brochures, logos, things like that.
The kids are just attracted to these things. I mean, I don't want to take away from the fine products you have here in display in counters and cabinets, but they are really nice teddy bears.
This is true. I was really quite surprised when we got them, took them out of the huge boxes that they came in to actually see what size and what quality they actually are.
I imagine people will want to know if they're for sale or are they going to be given away, or what's the story?
Pretty well, most people will figure out that they are giving them away.
Yeah.
We've got a little sign there, and people will figure it out.
So it's a draw at the end of the show.
That's right.
And both of them are going to be given away?
Both given away to one to each, or 2 people, I should say.
Okay, good. Let's move over here. Maybe you could just take a little bit of time to turn my back on the camera and give us a little explanation of what we have here. Get into some of your products.
This is a Velux roof window. They're pretty well the standard when it comes to roof windows in the industry. This particular model is a TPS unit. It actually cranks out, so it would be installed that you could stand and crank it out from in the home. Comes with a bug screen. But you have to have that closed before you can take it over there first. This unit also has Venetian blinds in it, so you can adjust and block out the light or sun and cool the room down if you want to.
This would be designed basically for it, like you are showing it in an inclined position, and so it would be for in a roof.
That's right. It'd be in a roof, for example, a gable roof, like in a barn style where it comes down at quite an angle. you'd have that because you have to have it at a proper angle for the pitch and everything on the roof window.
Okay, nice unit. Amongst many other things that they have here at Thomas Cabinets and Windows, drop in on King Street and talk to Todd and Russ, and I'm sure that they can fulfill your needs at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show in Bridgewater.
The professionals who make up the National Institute of Fire Restoration are committed to making the tires and restoration and damage. Despite your suggestions for fire emergency kits that might be
Attention, fellow kids who found accountants, TV, movie. Please move on.
Okay, we're at Lockmaster's booth, and John Rankin, welcome here to our show.
Thank you very much.
We are interested in this unit, and maybe you could explain, because it is a bit unique.
Well, it's a little bit different. This is a drop unit made by Gardall. It's made of 1/4-inch plate, and it's a very secure thing. It's the kind of thing you would use in a service station, a convenience store, somewhere where you had people selling around the clock or taking in money and you didn't want it to stay in the till. This way they can just package it up in an envelope, put it in the hopper, turn the hopper over. It drops down below into the main part of the safe. There's a device inside to stop you from getting it out that way. So once it's in, it's in. Then when the manager or the owner comes in the morning, he just unlocks the door, takes the money out, and does the deposit.
Yeah, I noticed a little thing inside here. The camera can't pick it up, but it does sort of like writes itself up in there to take another deposit.
That's correct. Automatically. It's just by its own weight, where we have a section cut out of here. That's what's doing it, I think.
Okay, over here is another unit you might want to just take a minute to explain to us. These here.
Well, either of these units, this one over here, the Little Rascal, is the type that you would just mount to a wall. You could cut out a section in the wall, mount it in the wall. The whole size of it is available space. It's great for storing a gun, handgun, ammunition, jewelry, camera, anything like that. The only thing is, it's theft protection. There's no fire protection. There's no insulation in the box. This is another box made in Canada that's virtually the same. All you have here is a box that's going to give you some protection against little fingers getting a hold of things little fingers shouldn't get a hold of.
Okay, if you have any questions regarding the safes or all the security devices and getting keys or anything, locks, anything, drop in to see John Rankin. I believe he's on the corner of Alexandra Avenue and Jubilee Road, and that's very easy to find. Drop in and see him and say hi and tell him you saw him at the trade show. At the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show, this is Joe Mailman.
This is your typical silent video on Channel 9 every Thursday night, or Wednesday night, or Tuesday night. And they start out in a fishbowl.
Oh yeah, isn't that a nice little sleep there on the Cannonball bed shot? We are in the Cannonball bed shop, and as you can see, I'm sitting on a beautiful Cannonball bed. It is, without a question of doubt, a beautiful piece of workmanship, and the quilt here is a quilt that is homemade, and it's made by the lady that runs the Cannonball bed shop. Drop in and see them. They're over here in on North Street in Bridgewater, and all the workmanship is just super. It's great. And we are here at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show, and this is Joe Mailman.
Axes the old guy, smashes the young guy.
And we are at the Quality Air Service Ventilation booth, and with me is John Hurdle. And John, you might just take a few minutes and explain to us this unit here.
Okay, these are the air-to-air heat recovery ventilation systems. They're designed through the design of the core, to bring the air from your house, the moist, stale air from your house, take it outdoors, bring the air from outside into your home, and in the process, regain most of that heat from your house. Rather than waste all the heat, you gain most of that heat back.
This particular system, whereabouts would it be installed now in the home?
This will be installed in the basement, and the pipework goes throughout your house to allow people to exhaust moist areas in their home and supply fresh air to bedrooms, living rooms, and other areas in their home.
Would it be fair for me to say I've been in some homes and I've seen some fresh air radiators like in closets? Would it come through a system such as this that would provide fresh air into your clothes and things like that?
No, not necessarily that. The vents, more or less, we supply fresh air to bedrooms, and in a new construction, the vents are up near the ceiling, so it mixes with the hot air up near the ceiling, and we're sucking from places like a bathroom, kitchen areas, and where the moisture is building up in your home.
Okay, the whole system, it can be installed obviously in new homes. What about older homes?
Yes, we do the retrofit market. Sometimes we're limited to where we can go, but they work really well in new construction or in the existing homes.
Okay, if you have any questions concerning the fresh air in your home, or what's not in your home, I should say, and getting it in your home, give John Hurdle a call. They're at Fresh Air Ventilation, and I know that they would be more than glad to help you at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show. This is Joe Mailman.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up because that is a good point, because on the central vacuum system, when you plug the hose in, it is 24 volts. You don't want the child to get a shock. Although your power head is 110 volts, that has to run on electricity. Therefore, when you plug your hose in,
I wanted to be in the movies, I'd be in the movies.
We are now at Popeye's Waterbeds, and with me is Brian Busby. And Brian, maybe you'd like to explain this new concept or this new bed to us, please?
It's a new concept in flotation sleep. It's a motionless mattress, has hydraulic baffles, contours perfectly to the body, and is designed to give people a comfortable night's sleep, relieving pressure points. Stops when you lay down, 1 second. Minimum of movement, total support, excellent sleeping surface, and lasts 15-20 years.
You have a sample of the baffles over there that are in there.
The hydraulic baffle attached to the bottom, floats up to the top. The holes relieve, the water flows in, allows quick release, so that when it comes back up very, very quickly, gives a little extra support. Good firm sleeping surface.
This waterbed, of course, is heated as well, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is heated. But people find the heat very therapeutic, especially they find that for arthritis.
Yep. Any questions you have on waterbeds, drop into Popeye's Waterbeds. They are on King Street here in Bridgewater, and I'm sure that they will be able to answer all your questions and be able to give you a good night's sleep, too. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
And enjoy the show. We are at the 3rd Annual Home and Trade Show here in Bridgewater. A home and trade show be without CKBW, Social Radio. And with me now is Rod Scott. Rod, welcome to the trade show.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. Nice to be here. It's always a great opportunity to get out and meet the listeners of the station and hear what they have to say about the various shows. Everything we're hearing so far about this show is absolutely excellent. Folks are turning out in droves to enjoy the opportunity to be able to shop for everything they're looking for in one spot at the same time, make some deals, do some consulting, that sort of thing. It's a great opportunity, too, for the merchants to keep the money in our own area and let people know exactly what we do have here.
You know, and CKBW is a part of the Home and Trade Show, as I said, and they will be here. Yesterday they were here, and Friday, and all day today, and giving live reports back. And so we have a little special treat for you. We're going to cut in and monitor one of Rod Scott's live commercials back to the mother station. So we'll have a commercial for you in just one moment.
Well, right you are, Rob. Today is your very last day to drop by and say hi to the folks at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. They've got all kinds of booths and things ready to roll for you. For example, the crew from Brady's Do-It Center on location today. Karen and George willing to talk about lockwood window and entrance system, bifold doors, bi-prem door, neo-angle shower stalls, and oak vanities, and lighted vanity cabinets. Drop by and check out their display. Lockwood windows and doors, a show special, 40% off the suggested list price, and this applies to in-stock products only. And you can drop by Stewart Photographics. Ron Stewart on hand to talk about laser printing and laser scanners. They are the latest, the ultimate in printing. They can digitalize any logo or even a photo, rework it, print it, whatever you need. Drop by and talk to Ron and the crew. They're always willing to look after you, as all the merchants are that are on display here today at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show, Empire Street, Bridgewater.
Snuck in on Rod on that one. So there you go. Rod Scott from CKBW. Thank you, Rod.
Well, thank you very much, Joe, and it's great to see folks like yourself out here doing a great job. To be able to promote to the folks that didn't, maybe were away this weekend, didn't have a chance to get it, keep up the great work.
Okay, we'll be back in just a moment.
have a white one that's just a shower, which is a little small. We still have this one here, size. Actually, we got two more sizes.
That's just a shower. See, but the thing is, I wanted it.
Oh, you want a shower only, is that right?
But yeah, the size of that. Oh. How big?
With me now is Jane Templeton, and she is here with the Fashion Wall Design Limited, and we're going to show you a neat new product. Jane, go ahead, tell us.
Okay, this is a product we have here called Fiber Wall. It comes in a bag like this. You mix it up with water, anywhere from 4 to 6 liters of water. Mix it in a bucket, and it comes like this. Get your hands in it, and you just take it. Take out your frustrations if you want, slap it on the wall, take a short nap paint roller, roll it out like pie dough. Nice and thin.
Okay, but what happens if I make a mistake when I'm doing it?
Well, if you make a mistake, your kids come along and say, "What are you doing?" No problem. It's a very forgivable, very easy product, just like rolling pie dough, pizza dough.
Okay, now what happens if you want to take it off?
If you want to take it off, all you do is reverse your process. Take a thicker roller, thicker, shaggier roller, a bucket of warm water, soak down your fiber wall, go away for about 10-15 minutes, come back, soak it down again. Take a paint scraper or trowel.
And away it goes. Now, what type of walls can it go over?
It can go over any painted surface. If you want to cover a damaged wall that you have, wallboard, any painted surface it'll go on.
I'm going to try this. I have got to try this. Hold my microphone.
Oops. Just like pie dough.
It is that easy. I have never tried that before, honestly, and that is a very unique product. I know you won't be able to get into the Home and Trade Show this year, but I'm sure that if you get a hold of Jane at Fashion Wall Design, and you people are located where?
In Mahone Bay.
in Mahone Bay. Get a hold of them. They'll explain it to you. It's really a neat project. You've got to see this. This is really, really something special. At the Home and Trade Show in Bridgewater, this is Joe Mailman.
What happens, it starts off with flat stock and just comes out whatever length you need. It's how far we can take it out. I'll take it back in, people trip over it, but
And it can make any length?
You can go any length. You can go, you know, if you have a 50-foot run, it's a seamless run for 50 feet.
Many people through your place, geez, that's some mobile.
Permanent press, don't buy it. It's not wash and wear and permanent press, don't buy it. Me too.
Yes, sir.
This includes when you drive up the road, of course, you get
Well, there is our presentation of the 3rd Annual Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. We certainly hope you have enjoyed meeting the many exhibitors, visiting the various booths, and showing the products that these people have to offer. If building a home or renovating, this certainly has been the place to come and visit. I know by the time this program airs that the trade show will have been over. However, you can make plans to visit the 4th Annual Trade Show to be held here next year in Bridgewater. It has been a pleasure to do this video and to see all the various products that they have on display. And until next year, this is Joe Mailman saying so long from the 3rd Annual Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. welcome to the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show, sponsored by the Bridgewater Town Center Development Corporation and Master Promotions. Hello everyone, my name is Joe Mailman. On behalf of my cameramen Chris Johnson and Bob Roeder, we're here today, the last day of the trade show, to show you some of the many booths and meet some of the people that will be involved in this 1991 trade show. This is the 5th annual trade show held here at the Bridgewater Memorial Arena, and each one gets bigger and better every year. It really is a privilege for us to bring this to you here on Tri-Town Cable 10. So sit back for the next hour or so, relax, and take a look at the interesting and new products that's available here in the South Shore and in the Bridgewater, Mahone Bay, Lunenburg area, because we are about to present to you this, the 5th annual 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. Well, we're at the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. With me now is George Young. Welcome, George.
Hi, Joe. Nice to see you here. Chris.
And all the guys. What's new, or what do you want to say? George Young Fuels just recently had a big spread in the paper. George, what do you want to talk about the fuel business?
Well, Joe, just tell you a little about myself. I've been in the business now 18 years, and just this past winter we've got involved in the heating and burner service, something that we've always contracted out in the Bridgewater area, but now with the opportunity to buy out Harold Seelig and his business, we are now into the leasing and the installation of furnaces and what have you.
Well, you know, it's always nice to see a local guy do well, and George, you certainly are.
Thanks, Joe.
You're certainly a credit to the industry, and the acquisition of Harold and his guys must be an asset too.
I'm pretty excited about it, Joe. You know, anytime you can get some good growth and good customer base out there, and with this community, with the growth we've had in the last 10 and 15 years in Bridgewater area, I just like to be part of it, and I'm given that opportunity by owning this business to be part of it.
George, is there any truth that next year you're going to have an insight into having a worse winter than we had this year?
Nothing will be worse than this winter, Joe, believe me. Nothing will be worse.
Well, when you're in the home heating business, you're sure right. It was a good open winter for non-fuel consumption.
Yeah, that's right. But, I mean, with the price being so high, at least it gives people an opportunity to keep their budget at a certain level because, you know, prices were high and the economy was bad. So, you know, it evens out in the long run.
Good. Thank you, George, for taking the time, and all the best to you and George Young Fuels Company Limited, Bridgewater Heating and Burner Service, Lunenburg County and Queens County. Drop in and see them anytime you want, 24 hours a day.
Almost.
Booth, and with me is Dick Jouard. And Dick, welcome to our cable show.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for coming.
And this is something new for you now, home security systems.
Yes, I bought the rights recently to Ramtron pre-entry alarm systems for Atlantic Canada, and most of my time has been spent in the last few months setting up dealers throughout Atlantic Canada, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and PEI. And now book time here in the home show to figure I better start doing some work around here with it as well. And I've just been overwhelmed. It's phenomenal, the response, and people interested in the system.
The home security system is becoming a big thing now, and I notice you have some things behind us here. Maybe you could just give us a little quick demonstration on what this product is and tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. This is, it's Canadian-made product, which I'm proud to say, and it has a 10-year warranty. And it's one of the first systems on the market really designed for the home. It's very livable. In fact, the system is armed here right now, and we aren't bothering it. It doesn't deal with motion and things of this sort. And it's called a pre-entry system because there is no entrance delay on it. If you have an entrance delay on your alarm system in your home, you are also giving that delay to the burglar and allowing him in for 30 or 60 seconds. With this system, the alarm is triggered while the burglar is still on the outside of the house. And friends and neighbors can come up and bang on your doors. They're not going to trip off the system. The system is listening for sounds of forcible entry and knows the difference between those type of sounds and everyday sounds that you're living with. The minute a burglar comes up and taps on the window, off goes the alarm. We aren't using the sirens here because someone would have a heart attack, but there's a 98 decibel siren inside the house, as many lights as you want coming on in and around the house, and a 120 decibel siren mounted outside the house. So the burglar at that point is going to do what?
Leave.
He's going to run, that's right. The systems can also be hooked up to the police, to 24-hour central monitoring stations. And the nice thing is, if you move, as most people in North America do every 4 to 5 years, even if it's just down the street, you take the whole system with you. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime buy, and you've always got protection the rest of your life.
The sensors, there's obviously sensors that can go in each room of your house if you want. Are they wireless or wired?
Everything is wireless. There's no big installation. That's why you can easily take the system with you when you leave and go to your next home. Installation takes a matter of an hour and a half to 2 hours to just tune up and fine-tune the system. It's a very, very simple thing to install and live with. That's the big part, is being able to live with it. And
the one thing that most of the people that are watching us will want to know, and we tend to stay away from pricing on this show simply because we want to interest them in the product. But in a situation like this, there probably is a wide range of pricing because of a specific installation, you see.
Well, there is a wide range of pricing, and in all cases, you aren't paying really for installation. What you're paying for is the product, and we have several different products all that'll do a home. We've got products in the $1,000 range that will do a home, products in the $2,000 range that'll do a home, products in the $3,000 range that'll do a home. All give you the same basic burglar protection. There are other features like fire alarms, freeze alarms, panic buttons for the elderly, for medical alerts or something like that, all that can be built into the systems. And it's a matter of what other features you want. What we do when someone calls for an appointment is we go to their home and we do a 15-point security inspection of the home, teach them some things, how to pin windows, pin doors, sliding doors, things of this sort to better secure the home in the first place, even if they don't buy a system. Then, because the system is fully portable, I can demo the system right in the home for the people and go over and assess the house as to just how many sensors and things would be required. And the rest is up to them to make the choice. Unfortunately, a lot of people, as the sign says, remain unprotected and wait until their turn comes. It's, you know, in Canada we pay money out every day for fire insurance, and you have a 400 to 1 shot of having a fire in your home in the next 12 months. And we pay out money every day for car insurance, and you have a 100 to 1 chance of having a car accident in the next 12 months. Unfortunately, in Canada, you got a 10 to 1 shot of having a break-in in the next 12 months. And what do we do about it? Most of us sit back and do nothing.
Close the barn door after horse is gone.
That's right, and Ramtron is changing that by going to the people and showing them the systems. And even in the last few months since I've had a system in our house, I'm really amazed at the difference of in the peace of mind the kids have when we're away or something. And it's something you can't put a price on.
That's right. Well, Dick, thank you for taking the time to help make this show successful, both our show on cable and the show here at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. It's great to have you here.
Thanks very much.
And I guess we always can depend on you.
Oh, yeah.
Dick Gerard from Ramtron Atlantic, and this is Joe Mailman at the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. with me is Morris Andre. Morris, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Something a little new, I guess, and that's what we're looking for at the home and trade shows. Something new in the smoke alarm system. Maybe you could tell us about it.
Sure. This is called a stop alarm, and what it does, it mounts on the wall and it hooks up to your smoke detector, okay? And when you have a false alarm, for an example, burning toast or whatever the case may be, what you do is you walk up to the unit, you press a button right here, and what it does, it cuts the power in your smoke detector for 10 minutes, allows the smoker to heat to clear, then it resets your smoke detector. But also, the batteries are now in here, in the unit itself. So, as you can see, it's eye level. So if you want to test or change your batteries, you don't have to climb on a chair or a ladder to do that.
This is great, like I guess, for the elderly or anyone like that, because some lead ceilings are high.
Especially elderly people, we had a lot of good response from them, and handicapped people also. They have a big problem with the smoke detectors, and just the average person, because what they tend to do is, because of the frustration of the thing going off all the time, what they do is they pull out the batteries, and you've got the old classic case, out of sight, out of mind.
Yes.
People forget about it, and the thing does not get hooked up, and time goes by with a non-functional smoke detector.
Can you show us just how simple it is?
Sure. I'll set it off here. Okay, so for an example, if it does go off as a false alarm, right, you just walk up to it, you press the button. A little red light comes on. When that's on, it means that the power is cut off in your smoke detector for 10 minutes. When the light comes off, it restores power in your smoke detector, and it's going to beep it 2 or 3 times to let you know that your smoke detector is functional again. And also, if I could add, this adapts to any battery-operated smoke detector. You don't have to buy a new smoke detector to adapt the stop alarm.
Okay, as the rules of the trade show goes, no selling, I guess, at the trade show or something like that. Right. But your company's in Dieppe, New Brunswick.
Dieppe, New Brunswick, yeah.
And I understand that sometime in May, you're going to have a 1-800 number?
That's right.
Is it fair for me to give it?
It's absolutely.
1-800-565-1551. And Maurice, thank you for taking the time to show us this system. I'm sure that this will be received quite well.
We are having a lot of good response also from the fire departments. They endorse the product. They think it's a superb idea to stop the people from neglecting their smoke detector.
Doing exactly what everyone does at home when they cook and fry foods.
You're right. You're right.
Thank you. This is Joe Mailman at the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. We're at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show, and with me is Mark Jerry of Shopsmith Canada. And welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
This is a home unit, I take it?
Yes, it's 5 tools in one. There's a table saw, a disc sander, horizontal boring machine, a drill press, and a wood lathe.
Okay, and so you're going to give us a little demonstration using the
lathe, the wood lathe, yeah.
And what are you going to do?
See, I'm going to start with a square block of wood like this, and if I'm lucky, I'll end up with a spindle.
Okay, go ahead, Mark. Give us a little demonstration. Mark's also going to be talking to the people that are watching here, so we'll catch him on his PA system.
Okay, we start with a square block of wood like this, and we want to end up with a spindle. So the first thing to do is to round the corners here, you see. So to do that, we'll need a half moon gouge like this, just to gently remove the corner until it's a spindle. So we can adjust the speed as we want on this unit. See, we can go from 700 RPM up to 5200 RPM. So we'll start at slow speed, and gradually we'll raise the speed a bit. It doesn't take any strength to do that. See, you can do it very, very gently. See, you can even go like this. But of course, you have a better control if you hold it better. Now if your confidence increases, then you can increase your speed too, you see. We call wood turning soda therapy. Because if you have any problem, any large bills coming in the mail, well, as soon as you start turning that little spindle here, you forget all about your problems. So if you have large problems, get a large block of wood. And if you want to check if the block of wood is round, so what you do, you take the gouge like this, and you lay it on top. So that's it. So if it flips like this, that means I still have some flat spots. So I want to get rid of them. So we'll work a little bit more. See, that's pretty good now. So the next thing to do is to readjust my tool rest here, because as I was removing the wood here, the gap increased between the spindle and the tool rest, and I always want to be as close to the spindle as possible, because it's a lot better precision and also it's a lot safer to do. This. So now that it's round, I'm going to make it smooth. To do that, I need another chisel. This one is called a skewer. See, and I'm going to shave the spindle like this. Now that it's round and it's smooth, I can give it some shapes, but I don't have many choices. I've got two choices. Either I'm going to make some beads, or I'm going to make some curves. And if you see any spindle, you see beads and curves, you see? Half beads, half curve, you know, but all kind of combination that still beads and curve. So before I just going to make them on the spindle, I'm going to trace where I'm going to make them. So I can use either the end of a pencil or the end of my chisel here, see? Like this. Now to make the beads, I take my chisel like this and make a quarter of a turn with my wrist, you see? Like this. Here will be the bottom of the piece, so I'm going to just sharpen it like a pencil a little bit. There we go. Now, before shaping the curves, I'm going to trace the bottom of those curves, and I'm going to use another chisel again. It's called a parting tool. See, it's diamond shaped like this. Just let the tool work through the wood. Get the feel of the wood. Now I can take my gouge again and shape the curve, you see? Just like if you're scooping ice cream, but instead of doing it vertical like this, you do it on the side, see? The same move. I'm going to make a small one here too.
The machine is relatively quiet, really. I can see this functioning very, very efficiently in a basement without a real lot of noise.
There we go. So at this point, I could do all kinds of things. If I wanted to have a nice finish, I could just take a very fine sandpaper and just sand it. All right, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a little bit of color. You see, I'm going to raise a little bit the speed here. I'll put a little bit of color. I like to do that because this way I can hide all the little defects that I just did. You see, all the little mistakes, you don't see them anymore. So usually the more color, the more mistake hidden, you know. There we go. I will continue doing a little curve here. This one broke. There's a little, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you have a little crack in the wood. See? This. Another one here. Top of the piece here. Just going to make it round on the top. And finish it. So, we started with a square block of wood like this, you see, and we end up with a little spindle. So we can do all kinds of things with this. If we drill a few holes on top here, we can make either a salt, pepper, or a salt shaker or a pepper shaker. We can make chair legs, table legs. We can make bedposts, of course a little higher though. All kinds of things, you know, with the turning spindles like this. So that's one of the function of the Mark V. You have also 4 more. You have a table saw, a disc sander, a horizontal boring machine, and a drill press. And also, that's the 5 basics, that you can fit another 16 measure options on it.
Is this distributed in Canada like through dealers, or do you, a shop smith do it themselves?
Well, this is only shop smith that does the distribution. We have a store in Montreal, one in Toronto, one in Vancouver, and the Montreal store will cover all Eastern Canada from Ottawa to here. And this unit is made in the United States, in Dayton, Ohio. This model here has been on the market ever since 1953. So it's been on the market for quite a while.
Long time, reliable product.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really. It's if there was any bugs, they've been ironed out a long time ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, thank you for taking the time to give us a demonstration. We hope the people enjoyed it, and I certainly know. I mean, this is a lovely tool to have in your basement.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we have a lot of people who, when they start to figure they're going to have the time, either for the retirement or for the spare time, they're just going to buy this unit and have a lot of fun with it. Something which is important to know, that Sharpspeed doesn't just sell you the equipment. It will teach you how to use it. For example, you see, from Montreal, we come during the summer, doing all a series of seminars from St. John, Newfoundland, down to Halifax, then to Charlottetown, and all the way to Ottawa like this. It's their 3-day seminar, and we take instructor and equipment down. We rent a conference room in a hotel. We just, you know, it's going to be hands-on seminar for 3 days each time.
Nice. Thank you for taking the time, and thank you for coming to Bridgewater.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is Joe Mailman at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. What you see here is a cracked windshield, and we are at the Novus windshield repair. With me is Jim Morris, and Jim, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much.
Jim's going to give us a little demonstration. This, pardon me, is what could happen if you're driving down a gravel road, a dirt road, or just about anywhere, and it's in your windshield. And I guess under provincial government regulations, the windshield wouldn't pass with that?
No, if it's over the size of a dime, then they won't pass it by vehicle inspection. So this will make it structurally sound again and clear it up.
This one here would get progressively worse if it was left in the windshield.
This is what you call a combination break. It's got probably 10 or 15 little cracks radiating off from it, so the vibration, the road noise, and bumps in the road would probably make that travel, or the heat in the cold too in the winter.
Okay, show us what Novus can do with this mark.
What I'm doing here, this is where the technology is in the resin. I'm just putting this bridge over top of the brake here, and then I have to set it and inject the resin into the brake, and then it starts to disappear as the resin goes in. Basically what you see in there, why it's dark initially, is the air that's in the brake. So we have to get the air out and get this resin in, which kind of acts like a liquid glass in a sense that once it's cured, it acts like glass. We'll bond it back to its same optical clarity and strength. So I will work on this, put a vacuum on it, vacuum the air out. We also have certain techniques that we use here. You can see it's starting to disappear now. We still need to get some more of the air out and work on it for a while. It usually takes about 15 minutes to a half hour to go through the whole process. What I'll probably do is skip here to a couple of the stages so you can see. I won't bore you with a long drawn-out repair.
I can actually see it getting smaller.
Yes, it's starting to clear up now, and the technology has been able to get the resin right out to the ends of the cracks and keep it from going further. Novus is the only process too that can do stress cracks off the edge of the windshield. We do them up to about 6 or 8 inches. And most, as a rule of thumb, brakes the size of a loonie can be repaired. Anything much over that is replaceable, and we also replace windshields, but we try to establish that we are a repair company and we will repair it if it's repairable. We're not just using it as a draw to get the replacement business. So what we would do here, once I worked on that and got it to the stage, then I would use this ultraviolet light here, and I put this ultraviolet light on the brake and cure it. What happens with the resin, it's got chemicals in it that make it sensitive to ultraviolet light, and that makes it harden when I want it to. After that, we would take and work on the pit area. We have special pit finishing systems that will make it hard on the surface so the salt and the windshield wiper won't damage the area. And basically what you see afterwards is a little spot like this. This is one here that we repaired earlier.
I don't know if the camera can pick that up.
It looks like a little water spot right now. Then we would go to the next step and use a plastic polish, and we would buff that till it was shining like the windshield. So, and that would be the finished product. Insurance companies are willing to pay for the repair because it's obviously saving them a lot of money. A windshield like this would probably cost $500 to $600, and so the repair, they waive your deductible in view of repairing it.
Thank you, Jim. It's certainly an interesting process. You know, I've seen it and I've heard about it, but I've actually never seen anyone do it, and I'm sure that a lot of our viewers out there are the same way. You don't know how this thing works, and it's nice to see Novus, and you're back in Hebville.
Yes, so come on back and see us, have a cup of coffee.
And I understand that we could walk right over here, that you're in the mobile phone business too.
Yes, we're also a dealer for Cantel cellular phones. We got quite a wide range of phones if you'd like to...
Sure, let's take a walk over. We'll hit over here and have a look at the Cantel, and I'm not too sure whether our camera can follow us along, but he'll find us in some of the phones that are available. And this is the newest thing, I guess, in communications with the technology is just jumping leaps and bounds.
Yes, cellular, people are on the move. People need two-way communication, especially in business today, and even for security reasons. A lot of people, if they're doing a lot of traveling, they like to be able to have some type of communication if their car breaks down. These are transportable cellular phones. They plug into your cigarette lighter. You can take them from vehicle to vehicle, take them to the cottage. You can phone anywhere in the world with them. They're just like a normal phone once you are programmed into...
Can I take it on my golf cart?
Oh, you can take it on your golf cart, yeah. You see, they won't even know you're away from the office.
Oh, thank you very much. That's right.
And so these seem the most popular. We also have an in-car unit, but once it's installed in the car, and that's where it stays. The transportable, you can just take it from car to car. So they're a very popular unit. We have the Panasonic, the Motorola, Nokia Mobera. We have quite a wide range of phones.
They're all available, like the Novus and the Windshield repair and your cellular phone systems all in one building.
That's right. We're also, just starting Wednesday, we're also into 900 megahertz paging through Cantel. They have tone pagers, numeric pagers, and alphanumeric pagers. This one here is alphanumeric. It reads out a digital message of about 2 sentences. It vibrates when it goes off or it leaves a tone. And they have high penetration. They guarantee you get your message within seconds. And so they're going to be a nice form of one-way communication for them.
When someone has this clipped on their side, and suppose I wanted to send a message to someone, I call and I speak to an operator or something, and she types the message in. Is that the way it functions, or?
Exactly. Yeah. With alphanumeric, we have actually the machine here that she would type into. If someone wanted to have a private paging system for $24 a month, they can do it themselves, or they can phone in and get an operator and sure do it for them. So you just have your telephone number and they do all the work.
So for $24 a month, you would have this in your house?
You could have this in your house or your business, and you could send all the messages privately. One thing that's nice about the 900 megahertz paging is that no one can scan it. The problem today, people are scanning a lot of people's messages, and this would be totally private.
Well, Jim, certainly an interesting last 5 or 10 minutes that we spent here getting with the windshield repair and the mobile phones, the cellular phones. We thank you for taking the time. Busy here today.
Yes, it's very busy. There's a lot of traffic, so must have been people can't do any raking the lawn today.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, that's right. With the weather outside, it certainly brought them out. And I mean, we was here, this is the 5th one, I think, that we've done, and this is by far the busiest Sunday, and I wish you all the success.
Great. Thank you very much, Joey, for taking time out to speak with us. We have a representative here from Cantel and showing the coverage here, and many other people have interesting booths here, so I'm sure you want to continue on down the road.
Thank you, Jim. We're here at the 1991 5th Annual Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. And we're in the LaHave Auto Supplies booth, and with me is Wade Oikel. And Wade, we sort of have some consumer-grade sprayers. Maybe you know more about them. Tell me about them.
You start off here with a homeowner machine more than anything. It's anywhere from 150 to 1,000 pounds pressure. Homeowners use them for vinyl siding, really popular now with so much vinyl siding. Cleaning up your car, truck. Farmers use them. This one goes to 1,000 pounds. The bigger, I'm sorry, and they're 110 volt. You can plug this one in anywhere. Just hook up your water supply, your chemical supply, anywhere. The bigger machines, you go to 220 volt. You get up to 1,500 psi. You have gas-powered machines up to 2,600 pounds. Have other ones that'll run off diesel fuel, kerosene, anything like that. You can buy many, many attachments. You can clean frozen pipes, plug pipes. A lot of the industry use them, cleaning up machines, degreasing, and that sort of thing.
How do you pronounce that? Karcher?
Karcher.
Wonderful. You see how I got...
You are a clever
Yes,
devil.
yes,
I'm
listen.
impressed.
And listen, we have Tom Cameron from Karcher.
Yes.
Let's get him over here. He was asleep all morning here at the show.
Yes, he was.
We'll get him over here, and he's going to show us some of the consumer things and how they function. Just watch where you're pointing that now.
Yeah, 1,000 psi. 1,000 psi pressure, and this is your high pressure rinse. Nice and soft. Won't affect it. Won't hurt the paint or anything on the car. You have a two-way nozzle, so your soaping's all done at low pressure. Okay. You have a small plastic tube or chemical tube that goes into your chemical tank. You have a dial on the front to tell you how much chemical. Okay. So you soap down your automobile when it's dry, just by manually turning your nozzle. You get your high pressure rinse and your soap automatically shuts off. Standard machine is 110. You have 33 feet of pressure hose. It will either hook up to your garden hose or suck water out of a brook, a pond, a 45-gallon drum.
Thank you. These things here, I guess they're becoming more popular. People have vinyl siding in their home. Can you use that for that, or you can't?
No, that's the vinyl siding thing, and another big thing that is people using it for stripping paint, loose paint and stuff around the windows instead of scraping. People are using it more and more for actually cleaning all the loose paint off before you actually paint something. That's becoming very, very popular.
Well, thank you, both you and Wade, for taking the time here to show us the Karcher high-pressure spraying systems, and I've seen them, and that's what makes these home shows great, because you go up to LaHave Auto Supplies and you see them, and you don't actually see them functioning, and we've got a really good turnout of people here today, and I'm sure that a lot of people will be interested in this stuff, and I see some gigantic things behind here, and are these for spraying aircraft carriers or something?
No, just your commercial versions. These make their own hot water. We also have steam machines. This is getting into the commercial stuff, and all it is you have gas-powered and you have oil-fired hot water. Another thing that you mentioned about never seeing this, just about every Saturday morning when the weather's half decent, Wade and those guys usually set up one of the small machines out back for anybody that wants to come in and give it a try and see whether it works or it doesn't work. So that's offered.
That's up there in Logan Road, right? 250 North Street. 250 North Street. Okay. Well, that's nice. Drop over and see Wade over at LaHave Auto Supplies, and he'll probably clean your car for you on a Saturday morning for nothing. So don't all come at once, He has to get home by dinner time. Thank you guys for taking the time, and we wish you all the best. This is Joe Mailman at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. Is a familiar face in downtown Bridgewater, King Street, Paul Roy. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks, Joe. It's a great show, and we're happy to be part of it.
I would say we have an excellent turnout of people here on Sunday afternoon.
It's just, this is our first go at the show, Joe, and I've been extremely happy with the turnout, and not only just people from Bridgewater. We've had customers in from Lockport area down that far today.
Well, Chris and I and Bobby, we've done, this is the 5th annual, and we've done, I think, maybe we've done all of them. I don't know, 4 of them anyway. And this is by far the busiest Sunday afternoon that we've seen in all the years that we've been here.
Well, being an exhibitor, I must admit that we were hoping for a dark and rainy day today to bring the people in, because yesterday was a little slow with the weather having been so fine.
Well, we sure got it. Anyway, LaHave Stationery's on King Street. What do they got in the Canon line, Paul?
Well, we're basically aiming at the small business home office market. We handle a full line of Canon products in terms of their PC copiers, their typewriters, the word processor, the new StarWriter 80, which we're featuring at this show, as well as being, as most of our customers know, in the office supply and office furnishing business. And perhaps some things that many of our customers don't know, that we're also a full line computer supply dealer. We carry the diskettes, and anything that attaches to your computer, we have at LaHave Stationers.
I got all my labels down there.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, do you want to maybe show us a little bit about this, or?
Well, what basically this unit does, Joe, is that it enables the small office or even a large office context to get into the desktop publishing business, and you can produce documents, whether it be for somebody who would be doing a home newsletter. It has the ability, pardon me, here if I can find it, to do double column work. It has a built-in 90,000 word dictionary for all of us out there who don't know how to spell. When we make an error, the machine beeps at us. It has a thesaurus that when you're, for example, preparing a document that you may have used a word 8 or 9 times, and the machine will say, you've used that word too many times, and it'll give you alternatives, words to use, so that your document becomes more well-rounded. The machine also gives you 5 different type styles, as well as 12 different type sizes within those 5 type styles. You can do background work, border work. For anybody who wishes to promote a product or put out a high-quality product with laser print, quality production, this unit, which breaks at the show special the $1,000 barrier, is just an outstanding product.
This was printed on it?
That's correct. With the bubble jet printer, what it enables you to do is to adverse to a traditional ball typewriter or a daisy wheel typewriter, which you are restricted to a certain type size, that you can go in through to letters, for example, on this document that shows the features of the document here. All on the same page have different type styles as well as different type sizes. So another area where this would be a good product is, for example, the traveling salesman who's out on the road and doing presentations and proposals for his potential or current customers. This particular model has the screen can be tucked away. The handle comes out. I believe it's 7 pounds or very close to 7 pounds, and it goes with you. It's not much larger than what your briefcase would be.
I was going to say, you're going to tuck that in a briefcase. I know it.
So there are many areas that this machine would be fitting in any business.
Well, you know, here at the show, we can get Ian to come over a minute. Bring him over, because we've kept him here for 2 hours waiting for his television debut. And
Joe, Ian Flynn, the Atlantic Canada District Sales Manager for Canon Canada, and they're down along with Angela Burns from the Toronto office with Canon Canada. She's the educational supervisor for Canon and in Eastern Canada, and helps people like myself to learn about the new Canon products. So that's why they're here to help us today, and to make sure that I'm getting the right message across as well.
So, Paul, you got a good support team behind you to promote these products.
That's correct, and that's one reason why we're such a strong Canon supporter, because they support businesses in Bridgewater equally as much as they would support a business in Halifax or in Toronto.
Do you like it in Bridgewater, Ian?
Just fabulous, actually. I just wanted to say that LaHave Stationers is actually one of the better Canon dealerships in Atlantic Canada. They've done a fabulous job with not only our fax machines, but the word processors, as well as the personal copiers. So on behalf of Canon, I'd like to thank Paul for his support over the years, and continue on with the positive sales.
Angela, was Paul hard to teach?
Oh, no, actually a quick learner.
He was a good student?
Oh, yes. Anyone who's come into the booth, he's been doing a lot of the demonstrations himself, so he's a pretty fast learner.
Thank you for taking the time out. And Paul, I just like to say, you know, I get in to see all these businesses, and I must say that shopping in your store is a pleasure. I don't think I've ever been in your store that I haven't seen a smiling face and a hello, and that's worthwhile.
Well, that's what we're trying to build is a good customer relationship. We're our customers' friends, and they're our friends, and there's more to it than just ringing in the till.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't want to single out LaHave Stationaries any more than any other business, because we do have a lot of friendly businesses, and you're just one of many. And I, at least now, would like to take the opportunity to thank you for that for the past many years.
Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you, Bridgewater Video Productions.
Okay, this is Joe Mailman here at the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. the Home and Trade Show be without the illustrious CKBW and Rod Scott? Welcome again, Rod.
Well, nice to be here. You know, each and every year we seem to get together and do this upright, Joe. And this year, as you probably can tell by the video and by the people that are coming through the doors today, is absolutely no exception to the rule. And we talked a little bit last year, probably at this time too, about the community involvement and the return success. You know, can I put in a personal testimonial?
Oh, you sure can.
Last year, I established my mortgage right here, okay? And this year, right here in my pocket somewhere, I have, I do too, I have a deal on the shutters that I'm going to add to my house. And you know, I was talking to a lot of folks as they were walking around. I said, well, why do you come back year after year? Is it the same thing? And they say, no, it's the latest in innovations. But most importantly, people are looking forward to the home show deals. Did you find that when you were walking around?
Well, that's right. And I made about 2 personal contacts out there, which I hope will develop over the next month or so. And so you're right, it is a good show.
And it's come even from the extent of maybe being a trade show as to being a social event, because I noticed today folks are just absolutely socializing. I mean, there's so much interaction. It's nice to see everyone to come together. And as I mentioned too in one of the radio scripts earlier today, when we talk about an admission fee to an event like this, obviously you've got to cover some overhead and costs. But when you think $2, just think of the gas that you would spend to run over, and I mean, I've got the list of various merchants here, the money that you would spend to get to 2 or 3 of them in the way of gasoline alone, and not to mention the show specials on top of that.
Well, you know, the thing I like about a show like this is that you can see the new products as well as the old standbys and the old regulars, and there's been some out there that's been around since 1952, the one guy told me, so that's a good product. But you also see the new stuff, and that's important.
Yeah, it really is, and it's nice to see the money stay in our community too. There are some folks from out of town, but they're in here and they're dedicated to serving our people and coming back time and time again. And I think that's one thing about a home and trade show that stands to gain and be a success for everyone in the community. The fringe benefits run across. And I think he's just about ready to call me. You
okay?
Drop in on this?
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Rob. We're here at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show at the Bridgewater Memorial Arena. Got to stress the fact that it is well worth the drive from anywhere along the South Shore to take this show in today. It's continued for 2 big days. Today is the last day till 5 o'clock. You can drop by, say hello, check it out. It's presented by Master Promotions and sponsored by the Bridgewater Town Center Development Corporation, in an effort to be able to bring you some of the services that make a key point. Folks like Novus Windshield Doctor. We've got Cole's Door Systems here as well. L.E. Shaw's here. Brick that lasts and lasts and lasts. And good folks like TNC Homes with one outside. You can walk around, meet friends, have a little bit of fun, a lot of fun as a matter of fact, find some great deals, everything you've ever wanted to imagine in the way of home improvements, what's new, what's not, right here at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show at the Bridgewater Memorial Arena. And that's about it. That's what we do each and every time around.
And that's how you make a living.
Yeah, that's what they say to me too, you know. They say, you spend 3 hours here and you talk for a minute and let her rip. Well, yeah, but at the same time, I get to meet the people, and I think that's the most important thing is the people aspect.
Yeah. You know, speaking of people, Rod, I can't believe the turnout here on this Sunday afternoon. It's much better than last year.
Yeah, absolutely great. And I think the weather's in our favor to do today because I saw some people walking their ducks and playing with their penguins before I came.
Well, I'll tell you, you're out here in a nice little comfort little place. We got to move that camera up and down the aisle, but people are letting us through, and we're getting the product, and we hope that everybody enjoys watching it over the next couple of months, and the ones that don't get here in 91 should be back in 92.
For sure. And listen, did my hair shine that much?
Yeah, well, that's why I wear the hat, you know.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. It's always a pleasure, bud.
Thank you.
Good work.
Joe Mailman at the Bridgewater Home and Trade Show. Okay, we're with John Rankin from Lockmasters.
Right.
John, what's new in, besides the fleet of trucks I see sitting in your driveway, what's new in the Lockmaster business?
Well, that should tell you something, Joey. The security business is very good at this time because we have so many break-ins and so much thievery. So people are trying to protect what they have because it's not easy to get it today. The biggest thing going today, Joe, is actually in new home construction or in older houses is the installation of what's called a floor safe. If you already have the floor in the basement, you dig out a space large enough to put this, put it down, level with the floor, and then you have a built-in vault of your own. By doing this, you're probably going to increase the value of your property by $1,000 to $1,500, plus the fact that you have a safe place, if you'll pardon the expression, to keep valuables, fireproof, burglar-proof, and you can get into it anytime you like.
This is just one size. I guess they come in different sizes.
Joe, they come in all types of sizes. We have one over there that features a drop, which is for a business so that the employees can drop money into it. The boss is the only one who can get it out.
That's a good idea.
You like that idea?
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. John, you always got interesting products here, and you're keeping right up to date with the new stuff that they're bringing out.
Joe, these just came out 3 weeks ago. And the only way that we see that we can stay competitive is to be aggressive and to get out there and find out what's going on and keep up to date.
Well, I know it's always a pleasure to deal with you. I don't think I've ever called you that you didn't have a smile on your face.
Joe, we believe in this outfit that you don't have to be mean to be successful. You should be happy in what you're doing and be pleasant to the people you deal with.
Well, I can attest to that, John, for just some of the simple little things that I've seen you do around the community to some of the major things. And I guess you're a credit to your profession.
Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it.
Drop in and see John Rankin at Lockmasters, and I know that he'll be able to help you out with just about anything that you need. John, once again, thank you. And this is Joe Mailman from the 1991 Bridgewater Home and Trade Show.
Oh, here.
It's with, yes, we got another guy coming in here. Is he? Yeah, come on in, Dave. Joe Mailman here, and with me Shelley Price from Price's Cobblestone and Paving. And I've run into Shelley a few times, and we're standing on some fine brickwork that she did this, 3 days ago. They laid this all here. Shelley, what's new in the cobblestone or the paving type of thing?
Well, we have some good products available, and the fact that people are turning to cobblestone as a type of paving in driveways, walkways, and patios is becoming more popular, and hopefully that'll increase the business, especially down the South Shore area. We're looking forward to having a good year doing some work in that. We have a few new products. One is the step stackers, which they've only been manufactured for the last 2 years, and people are using those in step areas that are doing quite a nice job getting up into a garden maybe, or going up into a bank when you have a bank that you want to reach a different level.
Well, Prices have done some work around Bridgewater and in some of the newer parks, and I might add a nice job too.
Thank you very much. We enjoyed doing the town park on King Street Court, and quite pleased with how it's been how it did turn out and how people have used it.
It's an excellent job, and I'm sure that anything that Prices undertake, you're going to be there and supervise and do an excellent job.
Well, thank you very much. We do try to have the best quality that we can have in any type of work that we do.
And your products are Shaw bricks?
Yes, we normally use the Shaw interlocking pavers, as well as purchase the retaining walls, wall stone, and the step stackers, as I mentioned before.
And now with Shaw is
David Fader.
And David, you had your company supplies these. Is there anything new in the brick business, or are they still making them like they 1,000 years ago?
130 years we've been in business, and still basically a good product and same.
And with brick brick obviously is quite durable.
Yes, for sure.
What do you supply the brick for the cobblestone as well as, like, say, for chimneys and things like that as well?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, there you had a little insight into the cobblestone business. Shelley, thank you for taking the time from the busy schedule day. I hope you have a very successful 91, and maybe we'll see you back here in 92.
Thank you very much. We're enjoying the home show very much.
At the 1991 Home and Trade Show, this is Joe Mailman. With me now is Scott Conrad, manager of the Bridgewater Town Center. Scott, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks very much, Joe. Nice to be here.
You know, it's winding down now, and as manager and one of the major sponsors of the 1991 Home and Trade Show, wrap it up.
Well, I think we're having a good day today. Nice day for a trade show. A little overcast, bringing the people in. We've had booth-wise, probably the largest show ever, completely full. And people-wise, we're up a great deal over last year, so we're pleased.
You know, I can attest to that as well, because we've done the video for the last several years, and by far this Sunday afternoon was just unbelievable trying to get up and down the aisle. So that says something when you get that many people in here. We've talked to a lot of the booth owners, and some we didn't talk to, so that the people can come back in 92 if they're going to have one.
That's right. I think the level of the consumer, too, I was speaking with a lot of the booth owners, and they're saying that people are really interested. They're actually buying. You know, the quality of the consumer is way up. We don't have a lot of lookers. We have people who are serious in looking at the home products and the trade products.
You know, since you've taken the helm of the town center and got up in the big ivory tower there and making a few decisions, we've noticed a lot of changes around the downtown area. One of them in particular is the new signing, the street signing. And I must say, as a resident and a lifetime resident of Bridgewater, absolutely a beautiful sign and much credited to the town center.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah. The Development Corporation took those on. They're supposed to resemble a turn-of-the-century street sign. And they sort of, we're not a Lunenburg or a Mahone Bay, but it sets us aside as a specialty shopping area and the types of shops that we're looking for. As example, Interior Matters next door to us, or Brewers Hayward. Those types of shops you wouldn't find in a say, a shopping mall or that type of thing, in a Main Street setting. That's what we're looking for.
Well, you know, with you saying those turn of the times signs, any chance of getting the late 1890 prices?
Well, I hope so. That would be nice. I'd agree with that myself.
Yeah, it would be really nice. Anyway, Scott, in all seriousness, I think that both yourself and Town Center Executive, Master Promotions, deserves a great deal of credit for this, the 5th annual home show. Tremendous success.
Well, thanks very much, and I'll be sure to pass those comments along. That's great.
Okay. At the 1991 Home and Trade Show, this is Joe Mailman on behalf of my cameraman Chris Johnson, my equipment manager Bob Roeder, and all the gang that was here today making this possible for you, the viewer, on Tri-Town Cable 10. We hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to coming back, the 6th annual one in 1992. And until next year, this is Joe Mailman saying so long for now.